are you? I hope you are well. Welcome to this video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emma, and today we're going to be talking about how I log my reading. First, before we get into the main content of the video, I am going to give you an introduction to the 3 materials that I use to track my reading. The first of which being my laptop Percival. He has a name tag as well as a bunch of other fun stickers, all of which are from Redbubble. I named my laptop Percival because at Arthur's Round Table, Percival was the knight that went primarily in pursuit of the Holy Grail, and this laptop is helping me in pursuit of the Holy Diploma, as I like to say, my BA in psychology. So I love my computer. I think he's wonderful, and I use my computer primarily to use the compile spreadsheet that I downloaded from Book Roast. The second thing that I use to track my reading is this tiny little book. This was a recent Christmas present, 2019, from my mom. She saw this in an independent bookstore in my college town and thought that I would love it. Inside you can list the title, the author, the date started and ended, your star rating, and list a few thoughts. So I'll be showing this off in the rest of the video as well. The third thing I want to show you is my reading journal. This is a simple black notebook. I've had it for a long time and I don't remember where it came from. I only recently decided to start using it as a reading journal, so I had to rip out a couple of pages at the beginning, but it has a nice little cloth bookmark in here to show me where I am leaving off, and I have a lot of things in here, like my last couple of months of reading are tracked, as well as a master list of books that I want to read, including the title, author, and genre to the best of my understanding. And I also keep track in here of the books that I want to read in a month and the books that I end up reading in a month. I am not a very keen bullet journaler, and I am not a great sketch artist or calligrapher or drawer, so I keep my reading journal pretty simple, but I like it that way, just with the white page and my handwriting with black pen, and maybe some washi tape and stickers thrown in there as well. If anyone is curious, I wanted to mention that in this video you see me writing with a Pilot G2 pen in the 07 size, so if that means anything to you, I really like this pen. I just started using these types of pens when my friend Caroline recommended them to me, and I just thought that I would go ahead and mention it. So now, all of that being said, let's get into the rest of the video. Alright, so the book I'm showing off to you in this video is Jade Dragon Mountain by Elsa Hart. I read this last week and I totally loved it. First thing that I do when I finish a book is go into my compile spreadsheet. This is my computer Percival, who you just met in the previous clip, and right now I'm closing all of the applications I had open before. There is a picture of me and my best friend, and now I'm opening the spreadsheet. The great thing about the spreadsheet is that it asks questions that I would never think to record, like whether the book was physical, audio, or ebook, or whether it was owned or borrowed, which I love knowing that may not be recorded in my reading journal, but it's tracked somewhere. The other thing that I love about this spreadsheet is that it uses a formula embedded into the Excel sheet that uses 7 different scores to formulate a star rating based on what you thought about 7 different aspects of the book. And those are character, atmosphere, writing, plot, intrigue, logic, and enjoyment. So if maybe the plot was a 3, but you really enjoyed the book and gave it a 10, it will balance out that in your star rating. I'll leave a link to the video where you can download this spreadsheet down below, and I'll keep my computer nearby for later use of the compile spreadsheet. Next up are my written review essentials. The first is a cup of coffee, obviously, then my reading journal, and my tiny reading tracker, and a pen. Going to have a quick sip of coffee first before we get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is push my reading journal out of the way and open up my tiny reading tracker to the next page I'm going to use. I had already written the title and the author and my star rating in here, but I needed to add the start and end dates because I wasn't sure of those, as well as my initial thoughts. So I tend to write my initial thoughts in this tiny little journal because I think my first instinctual thing that I want to say about the book tends to sort of enclose all of my more detailed thoughts. So I'll write a very basic review and recommendation, like who I would recommend this book to, what my most favorite parts were, and then I will elaborate more deliberately on those things in my larger reading journal. I want to keep this part spoiler-free because I want to be able to sort of use this as a flip book, to be able to recommend books to friends if they're asking me for recommendations based on either a certain author or a certain genre, or asking about a book that they know I read and asking if I liked it. I want to have a little blurb that I can give ready at hand, so I try to keep this as spoiler-free as I absolutely can. So now I'm opening up my reading journal, and you can see some of the pages that I've created before as I flip through to find my July tracker. As soon as I finished Jade Dragon Mountain, I went ahead and crossed it out in the books I want to read in July chart, as well as marked it down in the books read in July chart. So here I had to go get up and get my crafting supplies, including my washi tape and my stickers. I decided to finish off the end of this page because it was blank, but it wasn't enough room to start a new review. So here I am, choosing 3 stickers from my sticker set and drawing little doodly lines at the bottom. Once I finished off the other page, I chose this really pretty chrome gold sort of washi tape and put it across the very top of the page I was going to use. This is a sticker set that a family friend gave me a few years ago, and I've been using it sparsely until I started my reading journal. I haven't bought any other stickers, but these are paper stickers of birds and nests and postcards, as you can see, and I just think they're really beautiful, and so I'm going to use it until it runs out and then buy another sticker set. I really don't see much reason for me to have a million sticker sets. I ended up choosing these 2 stickers to go with the washi tape, and I thought they looked really nice. So because of the shape of the 2 stickers in the washi tape, I ended up having sort of a strange shape to work with. So I put my star rating at the top, and then I did this sort of double line, all capital letter print font thing. I tend to do this font when I want things to look a bit fancier, but it still ends up looking a lot like my handwriting, which is very messy, and I'm not too precise on anything when it comes to my reading journal because I like things to look charming and unique and not too straight-laced. So the first thing I wrote in my review was what I had written in my tiny little reading tracker. Because these are my initial opinions, this is the blurb that I would give to a friend to tell them the things that I liked in particular about it. I want to capture those thoughts in my reading journal as well, so what I tend to do is put them in quotations in my reading journal, or write from my tiny reading tracker, colon, and then list what I wrote. And then I had another sip of coffee to get ready for the long review. At this point, and for the rest of the review, I get into my more specific thoughts about the book. I use the Coppell rating system pieces, character, atmosphere, writing, plot, intrigue, logic, and enjoyment to guide what I write. I will write, as you can see, character, underline it, write what I have to say, and then write the number at the bottom so that I also have that tracked in here. I decided to add some chrome tape to this page as well.
That little finger dance is me trying to come up with what to say about the writing. I tend to have a lot to say about character, atmosphere, and writing, and then the other 4 aspects, though they are very important to the reading experience and to the quality of the book, they tend to fall by the wayside for me when it comes to reviewing. I'm not quite sure why, but usually when a book is intriguing, the only thing I can really think to say is, yes, it was very intriguing. So I just write that in my journal as well. And then I finished off this page with another little sticker and some doodly lines.
Alright, and that is how I log my reading. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope everything is going well for you, and if it's not, I hope it gets better soon, and I hope you love what you're reading. I'll see you soon.